Hi, I'm Tim Copacia, Product Manager at Atlas Copco. Today I'll be talking with one of our product experts, Rodney Hill, and we'll discuss some of the latest innovations from Atlas Copco that are already enabling major leap forward with our customers around the globe when it comes to deployment and usage of smart assembly tools. Specifically, we'll dive into concepts such as 5G tool connectivity and the different options available to manage and control the tool population in a manufacturing environment. We hope you enjoy it. So Rodney, you work with a lot of customers. What trends are you seeing in the industry related to assembly tools?
I think most of it comes down to connectivity, because there is a lot of software and a lot of options and ways to integrate different things out there today, but connectivity is a key piece of that. And one of the big things that we're seeing is I'd say two major trends, right? Getting rid of the controller and kind of moving to a more advanced solution, whether that be something like the IXB that has the integrated controller on the tool, or something like ToolsControl where we actually run that software on a server, and instead of having dozens or hundreds of controllers all over a plant, have that running on a server somewhere, saving that electricity, really simplifying the management of that. But to do this, all of these things require really good connectivity. And on that front, a lot of our customers use Wi-Fi for this, but even Wi-Fi has its challenges, and we're also working with private 5G cellular networks as kind of the next level here, right? So going past some of the quirks and challenges we've had with Wi-Fi that really wasn't designed for devices that roam so much, and moving to the next level using 5G cellular technology, which we also have available for IXB tools.
So you mentioned 5G and server-based. How do those relate to assembly tools? I mean, I'm thinking of the traditional setup, right? Customers are comfortable with controllers, they have a lot of tools in their line. What's the future vision for those technologies related to tooling?
With 5G cellular connected networks, when I say 5G cellular, I'm not really talking about public networks, we're talking more about private networks. And some of our customers are starting to put in private networks where they control that 5G network. The bandwidth that they use is licensed, or the frequencies they use are licensed for that. And they really have good control over that. And they have a lot of the benefits that's baked into cellular technology, i.e. really good roaming. Devices are designed to roam. Better security, it's managed through a SIM card, so it also makes it really easy to deploy new devices. And a lot of these trends just make it a lot easier to use tools in a manufacturing environment.
So how about the server-based option? What does that look like from a customer's point of view?
Right, so we've had battery tools for, I don't know, a few decades, right? It's been a while, right? So we've had wireless tools, but in the early days they required a controller. Now we actually have the ability to have that software or the intelligence be right on the tool with the integrated controller tools that we have. And then we also have the ability to run that software on a server. And each of those methodologies, I would say, has some advantages and disadvantages.
Okay. How about a customer who's got a bunch of controllers on their line and some of the legacy tools? What would be the best way to convert that customer to maybe a server-based solution? And what would maybe force them to go in that direction or make them want to look into it?
The nice thing about that is it gives you a really easy way to basically deploy a new software without having to deploy a lot of hardware to support it, as you might have had to do in the past, right? So if you're replacing an old generation of controllers, you can essentially have this software that can power hundreds of tools, including legacy tools like STB that might be used with the PowerFocus 4000 today.
Yeah, I know the cost can really add up when it comes to not just deploying a controller, but you have to hang it, you have to have the floor space for it. So this basically eliminates that altogether, which is really cool to hear. I was also curious about future tooling and new technology we have coming in the future. How does that look to all bring this together?
I think when we look at tools coming in the future, I mean, there's tools we know about, right, that are coming, like the XCB, which is a battery clutch tool that'll have intelligence on the tool and be able to report that the tool, the clutch kicked in. That would be something that would work really well with a product like ToolsControl. Because buying a controller for that might be cost prohibitive for every battery clutch tool that you have. But being able to connect them to Wi-Fi and then ToolsControl gives you that ability. So even when you look at Class B, Class C rank fasteners, still having that data that you've completed the operation becomes much easier with a product like ToolsControl.
Okay, awesome. We've talked a lot about wireless tools. How about the cable tools?
Yeah, so in the future, we plan to connect cable tools as well using our PFS controller with ToolsControl, managing the intelligence for those tools, both for handheld and for fixtured tools. Okay. So I think in the future that could be a really good option for customers as well.
With all these amazing new innovations, Atlas Copco is partnering with manufacturers all over the world to improve the efficiency and productivity of their assembly operations using smart tooling. I encourage you to check out the next video in this series where we'll dive a bit deeper into the different methods of controller deployment to better understand the advantages of each. Thanks for watching.